Welcome, welcome to Watching with Styles. What's up, John? Oh, how did you? Oh, I'm about to say, how you knew my power was out, John? It is just weird. Power went out right before the chaos KSR show. I can't be like, what kind of timing was that? I don't know. It's that time, and I just found out that TikTok said I broke some community guidelines, so the TikTokers won't be able to watch me tonight. I don't know how many followers I have on there. It's not many, so I guess it doesn't matter. What's up, back in the South? Um, it is KSR telling you I'm glad they said that, so at least people know why I wasn't on. Um, man, it's crazy watching this game over. That's why I do this. But it's great to watch the game over because then your vantage or your perception changes. The first half left me underwhelmed, especially defensively. Second half, we shut their ass out. The last drive was on the backups. And someone tweeted me during the halftime saying that, oh, they're on schedule to score 32 points. Well, they didn't score 32. Honestly, if you really are honest, they should have only scored, I think they ended up with 23. I give them 13. It should have been 48-13. That should have been the score. That should have been the score. Putting in new DBs, pass interference, 65-yard touchdown on a weak ass hitch and go. They scored 10 points in the last less than 2 minutes. That shouldn't have happened. I give them 3 in that situation. Um, so it shouldn't have been even what was 23. It should have been. I'm gonna say let's say 16. Let's be 16. Should have been 48-16. Grand scheme of things, when you look at it, John, we play a lot of backups on defense. On defense, we play a lot of backups. When you look at the most important part of any team in football, no matter if they are a high tempo, throw the ball 80 times, or a armed forces team, it all starts up front. It all starts with the O line and D line. It all starts in the trenches. And through 3 games, we have played damn good in the trenches on both sides of the ball. That's encouraging. That's big time encouraging. You can defense and trenches travel. So when we travel in 2 weeks, defense, just remember that defense and trenches travel. If we can control the trenches, we're gonna be okay. So the color swipe those keys in your yes, color. And you know what? What Cutter did, Steven? Ooh, I was gonna say something clever, but I don't even think he left a duplicate for Calzada. Yeah, you know what? I think he left a duplicate just in case something happened, and if he needs the keys for a short stint, he'd give him the duplicate since he got the originals, right? He can always change the locks. So yeah, he gave him a duplicate just in case something happened. But yeah, but the originals or in um Cutter's cubby. He Wally, that's pretty good back in the south. So when you watch this second half, your perception of the game should change a little bit because we pretty much dominated the second half. Let me pull up because I don't have it. Let me pull up the um the stats and see if they agree with what I'm saying because I haven't looked at the stats in a while. Let me see what the stats say. But they had a football game. I know you just listening to dead air now, but if we go by quarters, second half, second half, second half. Kentucky. I'm speaking in the third person. We had 246 yards total. They had 171. They had 49 yards rushing to all 129. They had 122 yards passing to all 117. They were 2 for 7 on third down. We were 2 for 5, which means we still a third down a lot. That's good. They were 1 for 3 on fourth down. We had time of possession advantage. Shit, 1 punt for 54 yards. So we dominated the second half. We dominated the second half. And if you take away, and I know you can't do this, but they had what 75 yards? Did they start on the 25? If they start on the 25 on the last drive, they had 75 yards on the one drive. So that's a complete domination of their offense in the second half. When they had 290 in the first half, 290 total yards and 208 passes. So how much I found out on that last drive, Eastern Michigan drove 75 yards. So Eastern Michigan had going into the final drive. Eastern Michigan had like 96 yards in 2 quarters. In the third quarter alone, they had 53 total yards in the third quarter. 12 rushing, 41 passing. We dominated the third quarter. I mean, there's no other way you can do it. How many yards per play? 3.8 average yards per play. That's domination. Dominated. 0 for 3 on third down. So we got off the field. That's damn good. And they probably had 3 drives that third quarter. And they went, when they got the third down, they didn't convert. Let me see where they 3 and outs. Right. Third quarter. Nope, they went 1 3 and out and 2 on downs. Then they had a missed a field goal and then a touchdown at the end. freshman DB. Was it Grayston? I think that's his name. Yeah, but Grayston got exposed to a couple plays. He was fortunate. He was fortunate. Um, I think on one he played more snaps than he was ready for, and he started cramping up. So uh, it's gonna be interesting because it's nice to have a fourth DB, and to me, it's interesting why is Quay Scott can't be the fourth DB. If he can play nickel, he should be able to play corner. I wonder if we in a bind that we bring in a safety to play nickel, and Quay goes and play corner. What happened to Dunn? Does anybody know what happened to Dunn? Because I haven't seen him. Is he hurt? Now that I think about it, I'm looking it up, trying to see what's going on with him. Has he gotten snaps? Does anybody know? Has he gotten snaps? It looks like he has played. See what the what the game log is for him. They got um tackles for him. Oh, he's played every game. Huh. That's interesting. I haven't even seen him. See, but for me, it's bad, y'all. Since I'm not paid to call games and all that stuff, I don't know the roster well, like the numbers. I know the numbers that I need to know, so to speak. But what number is he? Let me see. I'm finding that. He's number 10. Uh, huh. So the second half, y'all, third quarter, when you put up that, that's the thing. Like even though now I have to talk post game because I'm on the post game show with Larry Glover. Um, is his name Jackson Dunn? He played for one of those Western Kentucky high schools. I can't remember. Is it Bowling Green? Somewhere out west, and he went to Ohio State, and he transferred in last year, I think. Tyler, supposed to be a corner, supposed to be a big corner. I think he came in with JQ. Him and JQ came in at the same time. When you limit a team to 53 yards in one quarter, and they had 118 in the fourth, which 75 of those came on the last drive against the backups. So you really hemmed them up in the second half. That was a domination in the second half. It's unfortunate that we had a few plays in the first half that made this game closer than what it should have been. So in the grand scheme of things, when you really go back and you're really looking at it, I guess more honestly, not more honestly, but looking at it with clean eyes, that was a damn good game in the second half. Huh, Tyler? Yeah, I don't know either, but when I looked at his stat line and I just went to my old handy dandy sport reference, they said he had a solo tackle in Saturday game. I'm gonna have to pay attention. I'm gonna have to pay attention. This look for the young people. I really want y'all to understand this, and I've said this many times, but you get new followers, and I get some high school kids to follow. I want y'all to understand this. When you get to college, everyone is you. If you were the best player on your team, you were the best player in your area, you was one of the best players in your state, or you was one of the best players in your county, um, you top 2 to 3 players on the field anytime you play. When you go to college, All the scholarship players are just the same as you. They are the same top player in the state, region, county, whatever. So how are you going to differentiate yourself between yourself and them? One thing is being accountable. One thing is being available. One thing is being a student of the game. One thing is doing everything that's asked of you, not on the 120 by 53 in the third rectangle. So that means lifting, meetings, and class. If you do all of those things right and be honest with yourself, and you are just as talented as the players that's in front of you and behind you, if you don't get playing time, it's probably time to transfer because there's something else going on. If you do all of those things right, and everybody else is doing all those things right, and if you're not a starter or a backup, it's probably time for you to find another institution. Either you don't gel well with the coaching staff, or you on a damn good team and you might not get playing time. Like it all of that matters. But you can't say that if you're not doing all the things you are supposed to do outside the 120 by 53 in the third rectangle. I want y'all to understand that. So there's a lot of players that don't do the little things. And you're wondering why your boy whom you played Little League for or whom you played against, and you're like, damn, he's good. And you wonder why he's not playing, it's probably because he ain't handling his business outside the football field. When you get to this level in college, the little things matter because the margin of error or the margin of difference between you and everybody else ain't very wide. So when you get to this level, take care of your business, y'all. That means going to class. That means going to office hours. That means going to meetings, taking notes, talking to coach, trying to figure out the little advantages that you can take and be successful with. If you don't do that, you have no right to bitch about not playing. You don't. You have no right. Now, if you doing all that, like I said, if you doing all that and you're not playing, then I really believe in my heart of hearts that there's other variables that's affecting your playing time. I wholeheartedly believe that because a lot of guys are not taking care of their business. They're not. That's why they're not playing. A lot of guys have been pampered and enabled because they are so great at the game of football that people turn a blind eye to their activities. That's detrimental to not only themselves but to the team. But because some people want to win the wrong way, that is what happens. So if you are a junior, sophomore in high school, even a freshman, start creating good habits now. Don't wait till your junior year when teams start coming to your school and then they start talking to teachers and they're like, well, Joe really is not attentive in class. He's disruptive. He sleeps. Doesn't hand in homework. Like all that stuff. You don't want that. You want everybody to have a glowing review of you and your character. So start now. If you're a freshman, start now. Start doing the right things now. Because when these coaches come to your school now with NIL, see when I played, it was what was Kentucky like? I don't even think it was 20,000 a year. They were investing less than let's just say around them. They were investing $100,000 in me for 4 years. So they wanted to make sure that I was going to be eligible. Now they're paying you. You better be able to keep your grades up, qualify. Like all that stuff matters. And if your coach not holding your high school coach not holding you accountable to that, hold yourself accountable. Tell your parents, tell your guardian, tell the person whom you know will hold your foot to the fire, tell them to keep you honest. Now, y'all, I don't know. I lost my chat. I don't know. I had to refresh. So if y'all chatting, someone hit a test chat so I can see if it comes up. If not, I'll just let y'all know that I can't see the chats. So we are going to get back into this game. It's unfortunate that we had to start at the what? At the what's that? The 7 yard line, 8 yard line because okay, I got a chat. So chat's still working. There's no basically, Ty. They are. I know, and I know. I don't think thanks back in the South. We're all good. I don't. They're not employees because I guess there's no union. So I guess that's why they can't be classified as employees, but they are employees. They are employees. They paying you. I mean, we were basically employees anyway. But the whole student athlete damn BS label prevented it. But we have always been employees. College athletes always been employees. So what it's hard for kids to understand now because they weren't around before these times. But you getting your education paid for, and education are way more expensive than they were when I was in school. So not only are these people putting in $100,000+ to pay for your education, they also giving you $20,000 what it is a year. So you making money. Just imagine if you're in a situation where your parents can't pay for your school and their income is low. You get a Pell Grant and you get money. If you're not sitting on a mountain, I don't know, not a mountain, a mound of cash when you graduate, you ain't do shit right. Because when you getting your housing paid for, your meals paid for, your education paid for, and you getting money, some of these guys are getting real money, like real money. It's no way you should not leave college with a lump sum of good cash money. And you should be able to succeed in life because you're going to start off getting an education, getting a degree with 6 figures plus in your bank account when you leave college. What the hell? I would have been happy with $5,000 a year because I don't know no better. We got zero. $5,000 a semester is big time money for me. You got meal money. Like, we were taken care of now. We were taken care of. Now, if you didn't have a family structure behind you, didn't have a support system, then they were not taking care of you good enough. But I was fortunate enough to have a support system. So with that, I was taken care of well. I ain't had to ask for shit. So if but the people who didn't have the support system got Pell Grant. So that helped out. I'm just telling you, if these young men do not leave college with 6 figures in their bank account, they're getting bad fucking advice. And even though I know some people got to help their mom and all that, I understand that. But you should not give your mom all your money. I'm sorry. Your mom is an adult. You help. You help the best you can, but you also got to take care of yourself. So, man, we went on a tangent. But let's get back into the game. And I would say this, and then I get back into the game. For any high school student that's following me and you need advice, just DM me, and I'll give you the best advice I can give you. Now that doesn't mean it's right, but I'm gonna tell you what I think. If you need advice, don't hesitate to reach out, and I'll try my best to help. All right. So second half, we start on like the 7 yard line. That's not. I think we got a holding call or something on the kickoff return. Sometimes, and it's crazy because I'm not really I am a little conservative. I am. I shouldn't say that, but I don't think of myself as conservative. To be honest with you, but um, I would take the damn. I would whatever do the fair catch thing and take the ball at the 25 every time. Unless you got that kind of returner. Like now, you just put yourself in a bind. When you put yourself in a bind, it's the whole playbook change. First play. I talked about this in the cut up. I fucking hate this. What am I? Back in the South, you need advice, man. I'll try to help. All right. I hate this. And the only reason I hate this is because we're reading that guy. That's the guy we're reading. If you're going to leave him unblocked, let's truly read him. That's just my only thing. I don't have a problem with just hand the ball off with inside zone. I really don't. But if we are going to leave him unblocked, why not let's really read him and put him in a bind? We basically left him unblocked to go make a play. And I don't like it. He's on the play. If he doesn't make that play, right? Let's just say he's eliminated. He's eliminated. Look at the blue wall or the blue, we can call it the blue wave. Look at the blue wave. These guys are taken care of. This bunch here is done. And you got a safety back here. If that guy doesn't make the tackle, he's still running to at least about right here, untouched. Well, probably right here, untouched. This is a guy who will be the first guy he has to avoid. I don't like it, man. We can take advantage of this, and we can run Cutter around the corner. He ain't even got to go. He ain't even got to scramble and do all this in the middle field. He could have just taken the ball, got 5 yards, and ran out of bounds. But you're not taking full advantage of all 11 players if you're going to leave a guy blocked on a fake zone read run. The screen works, yo. The damn screen works. 30-plus yard play. The screen works when you execute. I don't care what anybody says about Harley Gilmore. This guy is giving incredible effort. He is a willing blocker, and he blocks it like he's having fun while doing it. He drives this guy. I don't care about anything. He drives this guy all the way through the sideline, like to his bench, drop him off at the bench. you gotta love that as a coach. I don't care if you got a holding call later, but you gotta love it. We got the big nasties out in front. The big nasties, they out front. The big nasties out in front. Love it. Now we just gotta follow them. That's a good job. We let them lead the way. We get as much as we can. The jet sweep work too. I don't know what y'all want the play to end up with 30 yards. It's hard. Cutter missed more than a few reads. He missed quite a few reads. But that's what you're gonna get. But I like some other things that he did do. You're not gonna be perfect. I think this is a play Dowdell got hurt. That safety comes in. These two guys played pretty good football. Those safeties are good. He comes down, he's unblocked because he's not accounted for. When you line up more than 10 yards back, when you line up way back here, you're unaccounted for. But for safeties, keep your ass back there so they don't account for you. Now he comes down, he drops down, no one blocks him. Good tackle. That's good shit. Those safeties were good. That's not on the O line, y'all. Because if you look at it, the O line really creates a crease. Their safety play is just good. There's a crease there before the safety comes in. See that crease? If you eliminate that guy right there, the little low guy, this guy right here, there's a crease there. I don't know how many yards it goes for, but it goes for more than what that went for. That's a solo tackle. That's a damn good play by that safety. See, this is the one I don't like. There's a lot I don't like about this because as I highlighted this, I don't think I went back for enough. They checked it. That's the check. That's the check signal. Check to him. It was a go route, I guess. When they saw the corner press, they go. He looks to the sideline. These guys say, check out it. Bail out. All right? So now the quarterback see him bail. Now the quarterback, you should have seen him bail. Now, right now, that play is dead. But this is the part I don't like. Why do we have happy feet? Why do we have happy feet? Why are we even moving? Dude, it is 3 seconds. And these guys right here. What can I do? These guys right here are nowhere near you. Like, there's no one in your path. There's no one even. The closest guy is 3.5 yards away from you at 2.8 at 3 seconds. There's no one there. Why are we happy feet? Just stand in the pocket. For this right here, if he climbs the pocket, if Cutter climbs the pocket and get maybe these guys to come up, I don't know what the routes are going behind them, but you can do something. Maybe in this point, if you climb the pocket, maybe Caddis leaks out. Like, there's so many things good that happens when you climb the pocket than when you escape. Like, you just reduced the field when you had time. If you didn't have time, I understand. But in that situation, keep patient. Man, the O-line is giving you more than enough time. So now we're in a third and long situation. This is a chance for them to come after you, and that's good block. That is, I don't even know what I want to use. That's spot on. That's not a good one. That's a great block by Seth on a blitzing linebacker. We got time. Even now, we got time. The great thing I like about this is Cutter doesn't panic. It's kind of weird that he doesn't panic now, but he panicked on the previous play when there was nobody around him. He's got a linebacker diving at his feet, and he stayed more calm here than he stayed in the previous one, which is interesting. Now, again, I can't see the route concepts. I don't know if it was 4 verts, and that's all he had. I don't know. Now, defense got to come out first drive. they they saw this down flood route enough where we started playing this thing really well. This little boot with flood, that's good defense. Show this play in the cut up. This is a great play by Saunders. This is outstanding. So y'all, when you are, in my opinion, when you run the down fours, you cannot get too far up the field on runs because you create a a natural running lane. The byproduct of getting too high is a running lane. I like when people say you're wasting second downs. You only wasting second downs because it didn't work. I don't think. I don't think the call is the waste of second down. I just think the play didn't were not executed well. It's hard to waste a down. Um, Watch when I think this is Green gets up the field vertically, and it creates this natural running lane, right? But that's negated because of the great play by Saunders standing up that guard, bench pressing him out, controlling him, and now he just guard him, disengage, and makes a tackle for a 1 yard gain. That's fucking outstanding. Dude, that's great work. I think they got offsides, 3rd and 14. Now we just got to get them down. Now they punt. That's a good series by the defense. Ooh wee! I think I got an end zone cut. If I have an end zone cut, I'm gonna go to that, and I'm not gonna say anything about this one. Yo, good old pin and pull. What I know about the pin and pull, I'm not an O lineman, y'all. I'm not a guru on the O line, so ride with me. The guys who pull are the uncovered guys. Uncovered and inside gap. So you probably should pull him in this one. This guy's got to block down. He's got to cross the face of that 3 tech. Let's see if I'm right. Oh, I'm sorry, because we pulling this way. Block down. Block down. Boom, boom. We pulling. Now this is the difference between early in the season and now. Watch McGowan be patient. Look how I'm slow down. You can even tell in slow motion how he slows down right there. See how he takes that side step? He's waiting on Boyer to make a block. And he sets up this block in this phone booth very well. This is a great block by Willie. Blocked by Willie. Now he waits on Boyer, gives this guy a dead leg, and cuts right up. Dude, this is spectacular. This is so good. Just think about it. He doesn't get touched until the second level. And that's another good cut. Dude, that's whoo. That gets me excited. Because he didn't do that the first couple games. He was a little impatient. But if you watch a fast motion, right there, when he got the ball, he was not, in the first game, he was just Tasmanian devil spinning. And now he's under control. That is good. That's good fucking running, y'all. That's good job. And you got to give the O-line credit, too. I'm not going to stay on this long because I already did a cut up, and this not our player. Great. That's this. That's a great play by him, man. This is teaching tape. Close the gap, banana it, force him to the sideline. Boom. Great tackle. Shit, that's a good play. Again, y'all. There's no one even close to Cutter. There's no one close to him. Like, what are we doing? No, not that. What are we even talking about? Don't freak out, Cutter. I know it's crazy. It's gonna be at 4 seconds. There's no one at you, but you had and this bothers me. You had this open right now. Yeah, Boyer open right now. Rip it. He's open. That's college open. He's open. He's borderline open. You just throw the ball low. If you throw the ball low, listen, quarterbacks, if you throw the ball at his knees, these guys are not going to pick it. They're just not. They're not going to track the ball well enough. If you throw it to his shoulder, someone might pick it. But if you throw it low, they're not going to pick it. So now we at 3 seconds. If you start to get impatient, he's right in front of you. That's mind-boggling to me. He's right in front of you. He's right in front of you. Why don't you throw it? I know I'm confident saying that you are looking down the field. You want to throw it there. You want to probably throw it there. Like you want to push the ball down the field. But man, you got a guy right in front of you that's nobody around, that nobody is around, who's a pretty good runner. Who's a damn good runner. Throw it to him. You have no one. Not only do you have a clean pocket, you also have a clean view. There's no one blocking your view. There's no one in front of you. These two guys are on this side of the hash. These two guys are on the UK, and you are on the hash. Throw the ball. Damn. Make it easy. Throw the ball. Don't make it hard. Now this makes me feel like you have no confidence in your O line or something. Because you got real jittery after 3 seconds. And we're gonna have to change that battery on your clock. I want you to look at this push on the left side. Let's watch the push. There is a bubble 1.5 yards on this side of the line of scrimmage. There's a bubble, meaning there's a soft spot. And his patience, man, he has gotten so much better. To get 7 yards on a dive is crazy. Now we get beat. Farmer gets beat. Farmer gets ripped right. I don't even know how he missed him. That's just a bad block. And if he blocks him, if he blocks this guy here, if he blocks him, we getting these 4 yards. I'm comfortable saying that he's going to go probably right in here and push that pile to at least get 3. I hope so back in the South. I hope he learned from his mistakes because it's there. So now we're getting third. 3rd and 3, I think. 3rd and 4. They gave us nothing on that. Catch the fucking ball. Now, this is what's crazy, y'all. Let's go in the end zone view. This is what crazy. This is the crazy part about it. Look how many open people that we have. He's open. Caddis is actually open because his corner sits. And I think you have Macklin coming across here that's potentially open. But he makes this is I'm petty, y'all. Excuse me for my pettiness. Someone asked something about route concepts, and I'm like, it's interesting what people talk about. Route concept. We got 3 short levels here, because it's third and short. We got an intermediate hook. We got an out with a sail route. We got a backside dig with a backside middle runner. We got 4 guys open. This guy's open. That guy's open. That guy quasi open. With this corner sitting there, this guy's open. He had choices. He made the right choice, in my opinion, because it's the shortest throw. It's the least. It has the least variables. He's got to throw that ball. I mean, he's got to catch it, not throw. He threw it to the right person. He's got to catch it. But I want y'all to show with the route concept, even before the ball is thrown, he's getting behind these linebackers. He could have threw it right where this umpire is, and that's the catch. I'm not condoning that throw, but I'm just showing y'all that there are guys open. He threw it to an open guy, and he just fucking dropped it. That's a first down. Let it rip. I don't know why he jumped. Let it rip. I don't think he stung it. I think he threw a heavy, firm ball. And you got to catch that. He looked at it. This isn't like he took his eyes off of it. I think he jumped with the fear someone hit him. That's a great play. That's a great play, great execution with a horrible finish. I'm gonna say it's me, cause I'm being petty this afternoon. I'm saying that these guys are watching this film more than they watching their film. They only, you know what? When they after the game, they don't even go to the coach and watch film anymore. They say, "Coach, I'm gonna watching with Styles, and I'm gonna get my coaching from him." I'm lying, y'all. I'm being facetious, but they are starting to play this. If you're gonna play off man, you have to play it like this. And this might be a little too much, but it's better than what JQ's been doing. Low back pedal, read the receiver. Ooh, that's a good break. He can be a tad more nose over toes, but that's damn good. That's a damn good break. If he caught the ball right there, JQ is a yard and a half away from him. That's an easy tackle. So we get to 2nd and 10. We got to win on 2nd down. This is a great drop by a linebacker. That's a great drop, Rayner. Good job by Smith. I think they're running. They're running match zone, so he went in the zone. He chased him. Good play, man. See, people don't understand that offenses are gonna get yards. They're gonna get like you can't hold a team to 0 yards. But what you want to do as a defense is make them snap the ball. You don't want big plays. If you can minimize big plays, it's a successful defense. This is damn good job by Ty Bryant. This is high level. Good tackle. The drops were perfect. There's no linebacker being a flat magnet. React to the ball, eyes on quarterback, make the tackle, perfection. Now they went for, I think that was a fake punt. Don't know why they just didn't keep their offense on. If you're gonna go for it, put it into your best guy's hands. Why would you go fake punt? And I think they was offside or something, so it went from 4th and 3 to 4th and 8. I don't get it. That made no sense to me. Going for it, I understand you the underdog, go for it. I ain't got no problem. If you want to go for it, No problem with you going for it. My problem is, why not keep your offense out there? I don't know if people realize we started putting Law in the backfield, two backs. We started running some dives, some other stuff with Law, getting in the backfield, or motion. Like we, y'all don't Bush. And look, I'm gonna keep saying this. I'm not saying Bush is the creme de creme of OCs. What I'm telling y'all is the man gets in his bag. Now, I believe from jump he is and was too smart for his own good. Like sometimes you have these OCs that are savants and they try to do too much. Just because you know things don't mean the players are going to be able to execute those on game day. He tries to make the perfect call. He was trying to make the perfect call. Let your players make your call perfect. Don't try to force that on them. And in this game, he made calls and let the players play the play. And they gave him a return on investment. They executed for the most part of this game very well. This is another one in his bag. I said I kept this play the whole thing, didn't cut it up because I want to show the operation. So they brought in, I think they brought in Seth. I think um Patterson goes out. This is Seth. Seth comes in. So and from the press box, you said, oh, they going to regular personnel, one back personnel. But we sugar huddle, which I don't know why they couldn't keep Patterson in there. But there's a reason. I don't know. Because Patterson could have done what Seth did. So now they come sugar huddle. They come out quickly. And Law, if you look at it, we call this a sniffer. You got tight end. You have trips. This is Kendrick Law. That's Seth. So they switch responsibility. Usually Seth is back here and Kendrick Law is coming in motion where they switch. Kendrick is playing a sniffer, right? Right between the guard and tackle. We unbalanced it. Dude, he's in his bag, dude. I just realized that just now. This is unbalanced. This is Boyer, I think. This is a tackle. That's a center, guard, tackle. We are unbalanced. Shit. That's even makes it even more. Dude, he's in his bag. And y'all didn't even hit the like button. If this is even a better throw, it even makes the play even better. Dude, this is a high level, getting a matchup, and I don't give a damn. No one can get me off of this. That guy's trying his damnness to block. That is fucking block. He did hold. That was holding there, but that's effort. You remember that stuff Skane was running with Tavion on the backfield? I want to see more of Law. Tyler, don't you saying bad word? You bringing up Skane. Some people don't like that word, that coach. Just giving you a warning. That's good shit, man. He schemed a lot of guys open. Now, even he's gotten better at we trying to institute some more wide zone. And his patience is what makes this play. He basically cuts back into backside A gap. I didn't see him doing that in the first game. He's cutting that thing back. Now, here's the next level. Here's the next level. It's when you can cut that damn thing all the way back. Oops, let me get my marker all the way back to backside C gap. If he can get to that, because if he cuts all the way back here, that's what we call. If you see what I'm seeing, that's the advantage of wide zone. Wide zone running backs are the ones that see as look, as a guy who played, I didn't see wide zone to the NFL. As a guy who had to play safety, as a guy who read uncovered linemen, I read linemen, it'd get run a pass. When this wave, oh, why is my thing not drawing? Oh, I know why. When this wave starts flowing, you don't know if it's a run or pass. So now you caught no man's land. Now, when you see these surfers just migrating this way with blue hats on them, right? Look at these white jerseys, and then they're trying to keep that outside arm free. Once you see that, and you see them getting washed, take a peek back there. Woo! That cut right there is the money one. That's the best I've seen us block, even try to block wide zone ever. It's a great play, man. Tutty. When you have people at your feet as a quarterback, it's distracting. The pass lane discipline. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, y'all, but we have had guys where he goes inside, quarterback goes here. He goes outside, that guy goes outside, then there's a big running lane in the middle. What we're doing right now with this D line is showing how mature they are and how much they listen and how much they execute what they're coaching. There is nowhere for that quarterback can go. Also, you are minimizing windows. If I don't know if that's Saunders or Grace, if he doesn't fall down, right, that window is a little cloudier. It makes it hard to throw when the windows are cloudy. Now, I remember this play now. It pisses coaches off when their player does, or even the unit does everything right and you just don't make the tackle. Like, obviously, everybody did stuff right. This is good. He closes. Now you have to make a decision. You got to play one way or the other. With him this close to the sideline, you can play inside and force him to the sideline, or you can play outside shoulder and force him back inside. Either one, you don't try to tackle him head up. And I know he's head up. Because the running back is on the bottom of the numbers and he's on the bottom of the numbers. They're in the same spot. You got to pick a side. You got to force him one way or the other. You can't give him a two-way go because you close very well. Look at him. He closes very well. He gets to about 4 yards. Now we got to force him one way. We can't give him a two-way go. And we missed the tackle. Watch the coaches on the sideline. Watch. I think this is Mike Stoops. Watch Stoops. He wants to throw that damn. He wants to throw that headset. Look at him. God damn it. All right. So now that's Mike. Look at Mark. They are hot. They're hot. And And when your players do everything right, the front four, great pass rush, your linebackers had a great drop, reading quarterback, drives on the ball, and just missed a tackle. And it's not the miss of the tackle, it's how he missed the tackle. If you would have slowed him down, made him do something so to give his teammates opportunity to retrace and break to, they wouldn't have been so unhappy. But when you do everything right, man, this is great coverage all the way around. It's great pass rush discipline. You put pressure on him, make him feel uncomfortable. You make him throw basically behind the line of scrimmage. That's a check down. That's perfect. You have a good drive, and then you just blew the tackle. That's a bad play. The Stoops brothers are pissed. They pissed. They are not happy. They want to throw them damn headsets. What's up, JD? They want to throw those headsets, man. But in the grand scheme of things, when you look back at it, you are proud. See, this is bad, man. This is the kind of stuff that needs to be cleaned up because we got our margin of error is razor thin. If you have contained, make sure you don't let this thing go outside. And if you do, you got to make it bounce. There's no reason for Quay to come inside like that. We got two guys in the same gap. I love the aggressiveness though. Unless, maybe I'm wrong, unless he was able to spill it and then Cam is supposed to clean up. I could be wrong. Because he came in there like a bat out of hell. If that's the case, Cam, you got to make that tackle. But I'm not sure that we want two guys right there. I mean, Quay came in there like a missile. I love the aggressiveness, but we want to be a little bit out. For me, if Quay would have been right here, and I think that Smith is right there, then the alley for Cam to fit would have been right there. So now that is only probably don't want to do that one. That's probably only a 3-yard phone booth. If you give me a 3-yard phone booth, I like my chance of making that tackle. But when you go inside Quay and now you make it it is basically that's like a 20-yard booth. Now you give this guy options. Then if the phone booth was that big, phone booth that big, I like my chances. So, like I said earlier today, I like the effort and the physicality. Now we just gotta clean stuff up. It ain't no doubt who's wrong back in the South. It's definitely Quay is wrong. He's definitely wrong. He came too far inside. Even if he can spill it, he came too far inside. Like, who is 22? No, 22 is Godfrey, I think. Godfrey has it right here. He has it right there. So, no, I think Godfrey, look, this is what you do as a teammate. Once you see he looks there and say, oh shit, he's coming like a bat out of hell. He's trying to scream outside. He's trying to avoid and make a play. He doesn't have contain. I'm 100%. I'm not 99%. I'm 100% sure. You can't play contain from inside linebacker, especially on a jet sweep. I guarantee you. He doesn't have contain. That's Quay. It's either Quay or Dooley. We start playing this damn wheel route well. The wheel route is not there anymore. Run the mesh route. We played the mesh route pretty well. It's 2nd and 3, y'all. They should get those 3 yards if you're playing zone defense because you got to drop. You don't want to give up the 12-yard play. You'll give up the little 3. Man, I don't know what to say, but I say this. The portal evaluation on defense has been pretty solid. You're going to have misses. But these portal guys are playing damn good ball. From Gusta to Grace to Green, like to Rayner. Like these guys on defense are playing JQ. We get Waller back and he plays like what people said he was playing like in fall camp. Like those are the evaluation on defense in the portal has been pretty good. This is a great play by Grace. We can keep these guys healthy. We have a good rotation. JD, if you're still here, what's what's wrong with Josiah? Is he battling something? Watson's okay. That's a great move, man. To make this sack, oh, that's awesome. These guys in the front, man, playing good ball. Good catch, 2nd and 27. That's all right. Hey, JD. Oh, you haven't heard? JD, did he play yesterday? Oh, well, not yesterday. Did he play on Saturday? I saw him on the sideline with a towel around his neck. I don't know. I think that was in the second half. Did he play the first half and then got dinged up, or was he not even dressed? Defense, defensive line strange. Oh, yes, they do. I thought you were talking about Josiah, JD. Dude, look. I think I said this somewhere. You don't okay. This D line might not be the most talented. No, it is no thing. They're not the most talented. I mean, we had some D lines with Calvin Taylor and Josh Allen and Quentin Bohanna. We had O lines with Pascal and Bully. Like, this isn't the most talented line. You only saw Ram. That's what I saw too, JD. I don't know Ramsey's number, but there was only I know it wasn't 97. Um, this line is I'm just I think they're the most disciplined D line in the Stoops era. I think they do all the little things right, like stand in their rush lanes, taking care of their gap. For the most part, like shit. I'm not gonna say the guy's name. I'm a give you 76. Okay, JD, thanks. I'm gonna give you. He transferred here from Auburn. I mean, he transferred to Auburn. He probably would have been a better offensive lineman than he was a defensive lineman. Um, when we used to slant, when he was the nose, he would get washed. I haven't seen too much of that. This D line is taking care of the little things, and I appreciate that from a secondary member. If your D line can take care of the little things, it makes everybody else's job easier. Because then it makes the linebacker job easier. So that means linebackers are going to get in better drops, hopefully. Linebackers, Tyler, see Tyler, you wasn't supposed to say his name. Linebackers getting better drops, or linebackers are untouched and they're free to flow and make tackles before he gets to the safety. Like all that stuff matters to us defensive backs. All that stuff matters. Great. That's get them down. Now we gotta get them down. Gave him too much, allowed him to go forward. Great job by Saunders. Look, this is what's so good about this is the discipline. See, now we have had guys in the past trying to make a play and taking himself out of play. Look where he stays. He stays where he's supposed to. The ball snapped on the hash. He doesn't deviate too far away from the hash and makes a damn good play. And who is that who got blocked? Can't believe it. That's Green. Green gets cut, gets up, and gives a little bit of something to that quarterback to turn him just a hair. Slow him down just a millisecond. That's awesome. Mister. Well, what you saying back in the South? What you saying about Mister back in the South? Yeah, that was big, JD, for him to get up. I think if he doesn't get up, the quarterback could have veered more away from Saunders potentially. Since he didn't give up and showed blue color, he couldn't sidestep Saunders as much as he probably wanted to. This team, this team, this team gives so much effort. It seems like they have a good attitude. It's so good, man. Hayes didn't record a snap in this game on the log 17. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna. I think he's gonna probably stay, Mister. I got you back in the South. Um, I'm just thinking, is Josiah will probably get, if I'm thinking max out 25 plays in the game, because he can't be in passing downs, so that's downs he's gonna miss. He's gonna only be in first and second, and he's gonna rotate with Gusta. Gusta's gonna take all the downs until he gets tired, whatever that rotation is. And then Josiah's going to only get a couple plays. Then he's going to come back out. So I'm thinking he would play a little bit around a third of the offensive plays. So I don't think he goes over 25. If he goes over 25, I think that's a problem. That means that they are just controlling the line of scrimmage and we're losing on first and second down. If he gets more than 25 snaps, that's a bad thing. I think he definitely shouldn't get 30 snaps. That's too many for him. Ooh, this is a play. Y'all, tell me, and I know tell me a play where Cutter was rushed. Tell me a play where Cutter was rushed. Like, this is so good. This play, everything starts with the O-line. There's no one at his feet in the window. It's nothing. There's a window. There is a clear window. A clear window. Clear. He doesn't have to change his arm angle. He doesn't have to do anything but let it rip. O-line does a great job. Cutter is comfortable in the pocket. He's poised. He sees it. But this is the best thing about this is the route by Macklin. Is he settles in. You can see him slow it down. He settles in right between these two linebackers. Right between. Well, I'm not seeing mine. Right between these two linebackers. Right there. That's horrible. Oh. Let me try to draw it again, y'all. There we go. For some reason it goes under the logo. He's sitting right in between. There's a window. If he runs too fast through it, he runs into this guy. This is great route running. This is a great play design. You can see it in natural motion where he sits. He He doesn't sprint through the zone. That's great, man. That's good to see. Back foot goes down, he rips. Yeah, that's an awesome. Somebody's gonna have to eventually say that Bush was in his bag. Like that motherfucker was calling plays on Saturday, and like I wanna. This ain't the first time. This ain't the first game he's been in his bag, but he was able to be in his bag today because he had a rhythm. He had a rhythm. We kept. We stayed ahead of the chains. Cutter made better decisions. Like people are down on Eastern Michigan, but I watched the Long Island game. They didn't play. Long Island had some weird shit with their offense. Eastern Michigan had a chance to win the game. They are going to be a good team. They're not a great team, but they're going to be a decent team. They play with effort. They have two damn good safeties on defense. So Cam, go and hit the like button. So remember how I've been complaining about riding the mesh a little bit? He rode the mesh a little bit longer, made this guy think he had it. This is a great play. That's great blocking by Boyer. Whew. That's great running by Patterson. Man, I can't. I want to know how, JD, how fast is Patterson? And that's why Cutter has to be QB1. UK, Yeats, their quarterback, and OC has enough games together that they're on the same page exactly back in the South. I, I'm just going to tell y'all. Just like I'm trying to tell people with Stoops. I've said this many times. Stoops wasn't my choice of hire 12, 13 years ago. I don't personally like some of the things that Stoops does with the program, but it's his program. He runs how he wants to. But we act like we're gonna be able to get the best coach in the world. Okay, 4 or 5. He runs like I was wondering he was fast. So JD, did Seth and or Dowdell run fast in the 4 or 5? Um, I don't agree with everything Stoops does, but at the end of the day, if you think firing Stoops is gonna get us the next guy to take us to the next level, good luck with that. Could it happen? Sure. Will it happen? I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. It's just like with OCs. It's like when you keep trying to find the next hottest thing, sometimes these OCs are only doing well because they have great talent at the old school they were at. Okay, gotcha, JD. Like it's not easy, and making change for the sake of change is not always good. Look at what Florida did after Spurrier. How many coaches they went through, and they still going through coaches. They went through what, a couple to get the Urban Meyer, right? Then they're going through some more after Urban Meyer. I mean, look at Bama. Look at Bama before Saban. And and Gene Stallings. Between Stallings and Saban. Look at the shit they went through. Like we don't have that kind of money to miss on coaches. Charlie Weiss to what's the guy that took coach at Illinois? Zucker to Muschamp to Mississippi State coach who's down at UNLV. What's the guy's? Can't think of his guy's name right now. Now Napier, right? And look what Florida State went through. Look what Miami went through. Like, we just make it seem like, oh, we just gonna get a coach. These are high profile teams that have a problem getting fucking coaches. Mullins, thank you, Cam. Shit, I mean, even think of Texas. Like, we just make it, some, not we, not all. Some just make it seem like, oh, it's just easy to find the next fucking head coach. Bullshit. It's not, man. It's not. Look what since you said, look what Mississippi State is going through since Mullins left. But on top of that, you got to pay, and rightfully so. Thank you, Matt. Tennessee, and rightfully so. You got to pay Mark Stoops. That man has earned that money. I don't care what nobody says about, oh, the last 3 still. That man earned every fucking penny. And the only reason he is at the money, the amount he's at, is because he's the longest tenure guy. Plus, he brought a program from fucking 2 wins to 10. It's the most wins in program history. Like, come on, y'all. Like, make it make sense. So for coordinators, as JD said, I think yesterday, when I brought up Shannon Dawson, about you would like to play if it worked. The play only works if the player execute. But back in the South, the OC overturn isn't on Stoops. See, that is an interesting thing. Because this is what, for me, and this, maybe I'm wrong. He brought in Eddie Graham. And Eddie Graham brought us through some good-ass years. Then in 2020, the seat got hot on Eddie Graham. The murmurs were hot, and I think Stoops listened to too many outside influences and let him go. Like I said on here many times, we don't win 10 games in 2021 if Eddie Graham is still here. But we don't win 4 games last year if Eddie Graham is still the OC. I'm just being honest with you. I'm highly comfortable saying that. So when you have a coach and you brought in Liam allowed you to get Wandale, it allowed you to get Dane Key, it allowed you to get Barry and Brown. That's what Liam did. He had a great year in 2021. Caught in my said on the locker, 9 p.m. on Wednesday, Eastern Standard Time. Anthony and I said on the locker, did he catch lightning in a bottle at UK? Yes. Getting Wandale helps anybody's offense. All right. So he had Wandale, offense was kicking. If Liam doesn't leave, we are not 4-8 last year. So when Liam left, I'm JD might know more than JD knows more than I. But I feel comfortable with saying that Coach Stoops he will have Liam for at least probably 3 years. 2 to 3, not 1. When Liam decided to leave, and Liam decided to leave late. When Liam decided to leave, now it was a scramble. It was scrambling. Go to Skane, come back to Liam. Liam leaves again. Now we're scrambling. So the coaching carousel is not on Stoops. The same way people want to think, oh, the play calling is on Stoops. Halftime is on Stoops. Only timeouts are really on Stoops. But timeout is on the coaching staff. Because I guarantee he has guys up in the booth who are paying attention to, okay, it's best kind of timeout now with the analytics and all that stuff. That's on Stoops. But running of the 2-minute drills on the fucking offensive coordinator. It's on the offensive coordinator. And then it's probably on the players not executing. Like fucking this halftime where Cutter missed 2 passes on 1st and 2nd down. But to get back to it, it is hard to win games at Kentucky. It's also hard to get coaches. Like we make it seem like all the thing about John Summerall, Will Stein, all these high profile guys want to come to Kentucky. Why? Especially now when you can make shit ton of money at a G5 school. John Summerall's getting wherever the fuck he want at Tulane. He's in a great city. He's making a shit ton of money. We don't know how much because it's a private school. He's making a shit ton of money in New Orleans. Do you know? I'm telling you this because I live in Louisiana. Property taxes, I'm going to tell you this. I lived in Chicago. My annual property taxes is what my property tax was for a month in Chicago. My annual property tax in Louisiana is what a month of property tax was in Chicago. To live here and make that kind of money, if you making over $1 million, you living nice. Real nice. He's making well over 1 million. And he's in a good city. And he's in probably one of the best neighborhoods in New Orleans. Now, back in the day, in the 1900s, you can persuade a guy to leave because they were not paying guys that much in your non-Power 5 back then conference teams. But you can live in you can go some of these G5s and live it up. And so therefore there's no pressure to leave because you're making the money. On top of that, if you're at the right program, you have an easier route to get into the playoffs than at Kentucky. Think about it. To get to the playoffs as Kentucky is extremely difficult. For one thing, even if we're great, you got to bypass the fucking perception of Kentucky. I guarantee you, if we in South Carolina have the same conference record, they're going to pick South Carolina. I guarantee you. I know I'm being pessimistic. They are picking South Carolina. They're picking South Carolina. I guarantee it. If it's us in Missouri, they're picking Missouri. We have to do something extraordinary for us to be one of the top 4 teams in the conference to be picked to go to the damn playoffs. And how many teams went last year? 3? So now you're going to tell me 4 is going to go if Kentucky's number 4? Get the fuck out of here. All I can say is that there's one job Summerall want more than any. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Now Tyler, that's coming from, if you know people from Summerall side, I can't argue with you. But I know some Tulane people. Summerall is an Alabama guy. Born in Alabama, Huntsville, went to school in Huntsville. His only tie is he went to school here. He has way more history with the state of Alabama. And I say this, if Summerall comes to UK, he's using it as a stepping stone. This is not his last job. JT. Have I been frozen for 20 minutes, Jay? I don't know, Tyler. Because I know some guys that are boosters and they are and they could be fooling themselves. If he comes to Kentucky, that'll be awesome. I think he can carry on what Stoops is doing. I'm not sure he can take us over the top. I mean, not being shady or petty, but has Summerall beat a top ranked team? since coaches win games, like people say. Like, has Summerall beat somebody that was big? Didn't he lose to Army or Navy last year or something? Like, he lost the conference championship game. Like, now for me, I'm not saying that's on him because I'm a guy who's all about players. Players win games. So, I'm just saying. I'm just not sure that Summerall has a pull. Now, riddle me this, Tyler, because I don't know this. Is Tyler wife from Lexington? Did he marry a? Is this his college sweetheart? Because if it's college sweetheart, then she might be pulling him to Lexington. Did they? Wow. See, he can. I'm not saying because that's not on the coach, man. Because I think in the playoff game, didn't he lose some players? All right, Cutter's got to let this rip. He's got to throw that ball to Barrier. He is like so the whoa, this and that just hit me. You know what's weird? He threw that ball to wasn't Kendrick Law from this hash all the way across, but he turned down the one that's on the hash to a guy that's right in front of him. Throw the ball. Dude, that's a touchdown. I think Boyer drags this little DB into the end zone with him. Throw the ball. I don't know why he didn't throw it. He's out leveraged. He's wide open, right, when he wants to throw it. If he throws it now, he's wide open. You can't get better than that. I don't know why he didn't throw it. I really don't. Now we got lucky they called holding on. They called holding. And he did get held right here on Macklin. But man, throw the ball. Yeah. Watch watch Patterson. Chow. Ooh, I didn't get all of it. He did clear that defensive line. This is a comedy of errors. Now they sold out. We gotta find a way to convert. That fumble hurt. That's another fumble. So sometimes y'all I'm just so everybody wonders why. Why don't you go in the center? Why don't you go in the center? Because for people who stay in the shotgun, that happens. Fumbles. That's why a team stay in the shotgun. He actually bobbled that one. Now we had to settle for 3. Now, y'all, in the fourth quarter, they scored no points. They scored 10 points in the last 2 minutes of the game in the first half. They haven't beat a drop. This isn't hate on color, but he made a lot more difficult plays than he needed. He chooses the 20-yard slight coverage over. He's learning, man. You're right. These guys are learning. These guys are learning. I'm gonna say it again. They've been listening to old Unc House. They've been listening to me. They have perfected this now. Slow back pedal, drops his hips, tack the ball. Now make the tackle. That's a good play by a true freshman. Good play by a true freshman. Not bad. Good push up the middle. It is never a good thing to have almost 3 guys inside a hash and zone. Souls, stay in your zone. This guy in his corner can handle that. Don't leave. Try to take somebody else's responsibility. Like why the corner came too far, like that's just a comedy of errors. And we couldn't get off the field. Damn. They should have gotten off the field on that one. That's a great play by Smith and Lovett to be able to hold up, to be able to hold your ground. Ooh, why am I? To be able to hold your ground right here. Like I said, what he enabled, what he negated is this guy running 9 more yards, making it harder for Lovett to make this tackle. But because he held his ground, didn't let him get outside. Now Love is making, dude, that's team defense, y'all. That's what I've been preaching. Team fucking defense. To beat USC down there, Cutler's gonna have to take the easy. Yes, he is. We have perfected this little boot so much that that's close. That's close. That's a good break by Lovett. You almost overran it. You were close. You were close. Ready to retrace. And this is almost PI. That's borderline. You ain't gonna do nothing over there. You ain't gonna do nothing over here. There's two. Look how many guys we got over there. Stay your ass here. He figured it out. And they didn't call PI. We got, that's close. Oh, that's perfection by Watson. That is perfection. These two guys play this to perfection. You can't play that any better. Do your job. Watson has pitch. Grace has quarterback. Watson slow plays it right there. Allows Grace to keep closing ground on the quarterback. 3-yard loss. That's how you play. I don't know where Summerall wife is from because I got married when he was at Tulane like 12 years ago. Whoa. When was Summerall at Tulane? I thought Summerall was at Troy. Didn't know he was in Tulane. Huh. That's interesting. Did not know that. 2012, 2013, 2014. Huh. Then he went to Troy. Huh. And now you got me thinking. What's his wife's maiden name? Because I can probably tell you if she's from Louisiana. All right, y'all. I'm doing some research. And as I'm doing research, I'm going to talk. Well, I'm trying to do two things at one time. So the reason why this play is so good is because of the slow play and everybody's doing their job. No, y'all. John Summerall's wife name is Jeannie Nixon. She's from Huntsville. So that might be a high school sweetheart. So if she's from Huntsville and he's from Huntsville, which is in the great state of Alabama, the great state of Alabama, I would think the pull is to coach in Alabama. I would think he would want to go to Alabama, get back home, if you asking me. So I don't know what the pull is to Kentucky. I would love for him to come here. I just don't see what's the pull. And I'm just being realistic. That's just me. I just don't see a guy with his passion that doesn't want to win a national championship. And even though, how far is Huntsville from Lexington? I know Huntsville's about Huntsville is like hour and a half from Birmingham. Only reason I know this, y'all, because that's my drive That used to be my drive to Kentucky. I think Huntsville is an hour and a half from Birmingham, if I remember correctly. So Birmingham to Auburn is another 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours. So he's probably 3 hours away from home if he coach at Auburn. Only two options there, and neither fan base is going to be happy with Sumrall hire. He knows UK is the sweet spot. Only two options there, and neither fan base is going to be happy. What you mean by neither fan base? You talking about Auburn fan base, JD? Why is UK the sweet spot in your opinion, JD? Because now, look, this is the thing. This is the negative thing about Auburn is those boosters are heavily involved. That's the bad thing about Auburn. The good thing about UK is we don't have that problem. Whew, almost got beat on that, Grayson. Now these plays are starting to get into the weeds. We can run through these pretty quickly. JD said, "Yeah, I think both Alabama and Auburn would react like A&M did to Stoops." Oh, so JD, you don't think Auburn would take? You think Auburn think they are too good for Summerall? See, now that's interesting, huh? Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I wonder how they reacted to Gene Chiswick because he didn't have. If Gene doesn't have Cam, it's not. That's not good, huh? That's interesting. Okay, so my people at Tulane might might be missing a signal if Auburn is lukewarm on John Summerall. So even with that, JD, this is what if John does well at UK, then the Auburn people would feel differently. Phew. I don't think John would. I don't think John and Ole Miss would match well. I I don't think John would. Ole Miss is an interesting situation. I don't know if that. I don't know if John wants to go to Ole Miss. I don't think that gels well with his personality. In my opinion, that's just from the outside looking. I really don't know. I just know the temperature of Ole Miss is weird. I don't know if John's. I want to not to add his personality meshes well with the Ole Miss likes. Ole Miss is Ole Miss is Ole Miss in a poor fucking state. My whole family's from Mississippi. In one of the poorest fucking state, Ole Miss think that they live in the Hamptons, if that makes sense. So see, peanut butter. If we go 3-9 and y'all fucking fans will pony up that 40 million, his ass will be out of here. See, but we see when you come with stuff like that, peanut butter, then I come harder. See, as Cam Newton would say, when you go low, I go to hell. See, people say that shit, but our fans are not ready to run a real program. See, the big programs will get your ass up out of there. See, the big programs, the people will put up the money to get your ass up out of there. See, we ain't ready. We our fans ain't ready to financially support a program. We got, if I'm not right, we have like one real booster. See, when you go like LSU, look, Louisiana ain't a rich state either. It's not as poor as Mississippi, but it ain't a rich state either. But you know what? We in this state believe in LSU football. And if we got to get Ed Ogeron up out of there, oh, we gonna create the funds. When Mike Archer was coach here, and I think they tied for SEC title his first year, then shit went downhill. Oh, that's an old story that they rolled down River Road and got his ass up out of here. No. Peanut butter ain't got nothing to do with Mitch. You come with $40 million and Mitch will be happy to get his ass up out of here. Y'all ain't ready for this. See, when Stoops said a pony up, everybody got discouraged. When the program raised ticket sales so we can make more money, oh my God, what? Look, I'm not in anybody's pockets. But I'm telling you, y'all ain't ready as fans to run a big time program. I'm just telling you. I know people. I know fans of LSU. And I know the money that they give to LSU. Now, is it it's 6 figures plus. Regular old fans. Shit, we have an attorney here that gives a shit ton of money. Shit, I played football with the creator of Raising Cane's. He was my starting quarterback my freshman year. He gives a shit ton of money to LSU. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. Some of y'all don't get it. In order to run a successful program in the SEC, you gotta have money. Can you imagine how much money Texas has? You know how much money Texas A&M fucking got rid of Jimbo? Can you imagine us paying Mark Stoops 70? I'm just rounding the number up. It ain't 80 million, but it's 70-something $million. Do you really think that? Y'all ain't ready, man. Y'all ain't ready. I'm just telling you. If you want to get somebody up out of here, shit, Florida was paying 3 damn coaches at one time. I think it was Charlie Weiss, Muschamp, and Zook. I think it was those 3. They was paying 3 guys at once plus the guy that they hired. Y'all ain't ready for that. Y'all ain't ready for that smoke. Y'all can say all the shit y'all want. Mitch really bad. Mitch had to pay Stoops. If you don't pay Stoops, then y'all would have been like, oh, we cheap for not keeping a guy who had 2 10-win seasons. Y'all ain't ready for that smoke, man. Y'all ain't ready for big time football and the financial implication. Y'all ain't ready for a booster that counsels a damn head coach from being hired. Think about that. Y'all ain't ready for it, man. All right, let's get through this. Can't remember which play this is. See, we got to stay in the pocket. I don't know if it's this drive or next drive. If you stay in the pocket, what happens? Look, this is what happens when you stay in the pocket. These guys start making adjustments, and you get holding calls because when they start playing backyard football, then DB's like, shit, I got to guard another 4 seconds. They go holding calls. When you start scrambling, now you minimize one side of the field. I have fans care about basketball, poker. That's for more money. Get it. I'll be Stoops number fan if he was making like 3. I guess it's 3 million for a guy who won 10 games twice in this conference, who won 5 games in the conference twice more than anybody else, who has the most 500 plus conference wins in school history, and you want him to make 3? Come on, man. That's crazy, peanut butter. He took a 2-win season with a program we have, brought him to 10 wins, and people are bitching about 7. You want to pay him 3? Get the fuck out of here. Crazy. Stay in the pocket. It makes it hard on the DBs. I promise you. Good. Right here. Stay in the pocket. That's good stuff. Look. Look at it. When you stay in the pocket, you climb the pocket. This is textbook. This is good work. The old line's doing a good job. When you stay in the pocket, now guys start turning up. Guess what happens? See that little thing there? Because guys start adjusting. Mark Pope only makes like 4.5. What has Mark Pope done, Peanut Butter? Stoops has been here 13 years. What has Mark Pope done? Mark Pope making 5, making 4.5. If he wins, because for us, national championship in the basketball is the standard. I guess probably Final Fours, Elite Eights and Final Fours, right? Has he made it there yet? Has he done something that no other coach has done before here? See, you can't compare that with basketball. Didn't Cal make money when he won that national championship and been to Final Fours? Didn't Cal money bump up? If Mark Pope makes it to some Final Fours, then his money is gonna bump up big time. So don't give me that shit. Mark Pope's only makes $4 million in his first year. How much did Mark Stoops make in his first year? Compare apples to apples. Climb the pocket. You put defensive backs under stress. I promise you, been there. When you start scrambling, I feel better as a DB. See this wide zone? See how patient Patterson is? See how Patterson is looking? Remember, I think it was Seth, that if he would have went backside C, he had a touchdown. Look at Patterson. He is venturing off the backside C, and he saw that linebacker, so then he had to straighten up. That's a wide zone running back. That guy's special, man. If he can improve his speed to about low 4.4, he'll be dangerous because then he has a little bit more breakaway speed. Like that cutback is elite. I think this is the out route to Hartley. See that out route when he's to the hash, that out route becomes easier than if you're throwing from the other hash. The other hash, DBs he has a better chance of intercepting. This play, I really think if he pulls it, it's touchdown. He pulls it, it's touchdown. He's got leverage on that linebacker. Look at the patience, man. He just has a natural feel. Dante versus Patterson. I don't know because they different backs. Dante and Patterson is not the apples to apples. It'll be more Seth and Patterson more than Dowdell. Dowdell is your big back, like thunder and lightning. We don't have another Dante, so I don't think that's a comparison. I just like the way Patterson has handled has handled the situation of not playing because he's not pouting. And the reason why I know he's not pouting to a detriment is because he got his chance in this game and balled out. So that means he was prepared. Patterson and Dowdell are two different humans. Patterson and Dowdell are two different humans. I'd like to see them next to. Have you seen the Derrick Henry stand next to what's the running back's name? Alabama. Damn it, I had his name. Played for the Saints. Uh, did he not win the Heisman? They are two different people. JD, there's a lot of people I'm looking up. JD number 4. Um, that was another number. Um, was that 26 right there? Yeah, Melvin Johnson. I remember saying Melvin Johnson. Melvin Johnson, Lilton Ward, and this cornerback over here. I don't know who they are. Patterson's huge, dude. and whatever he's listed at, add 10 pounds to it. Mark Ingram, that's it. Have you seen the picture of Mark Ingram and Derrick Henry? That's equivalent to Dante and Patterson. Oh, okay. Forrest Carter. Now this is just a linebacker's got to pull him up. So that to me, y'all, that to me. So it's 23. The most it should have been is 16. That's the most it should have been. Should have been 16 points at most. Period. Works is 15. I didn't. Did Cedric Works not transfer? I thought he transferred for some reason. Okay. Should have been 16. 48 to 16. That's what the score should have been. Honestly, the defense plays. I mean, you think of. They gave up 10 points in the last. Should have been 46 to 13. If Cutter is really good, Cutter leaves his junior year. Cutter is a redshirt freshman. He plays shit. If Cutter is great, he leaves next year. If you're saying really good, Cutter might only play one more year. If he turns out to what you're saying, peanut butter. If Cutter plays another year, that means Poniatowski will be a freshman next year, right? He's 26 or is he 20? He's 26 because DJ is 27. So it'll be 26. Cutter would be a redshirt sophomore. He a redshirt. Cutter be a redshirt junior, would be his redshirt freshman. No, he'll stay. Because he can take over the keys his sophomore year. And he can have 3 years of starting if he's that good. Redshirt sophomore, redshirt junior, redshirt senior year. Nah, he wouldn't bounce. If Cutter turns out to be really good, he wouldn't. So that's all we got, y'all. These are run the clock out plays. The second half was really good. So JD, are we the only program that's gonna allow him to play baseball and football? Is that's why he's coming here? Because we the only one that's truly allowing him to play both? This game in the second half, I'm gonna repeat. I'm gonna actually show it. I'm gonna show it. They say a knife from ML is a bigger threat, but people say it wants college experience. I'm gonna tell y'all too. Anybody, I would take the college experience too, at least for a year. I think going to college for a year is needed. So here's the quarters, y'all. First and second quarter. Second quarter, big time. 175 total yards, 138 passing. Right? But look at the third quarter. 53. Take out that last drive. 75. That's 43. They had less than 100 yards of total offense going into that second drive in the fourth quarter. That's domination. So all that shit that I talked about in the first half, not feeling good about the defense, right? But you gave up 53 yards and basically 43 yards in the second half. If the starting defense plays the last drive, they don't go 75 yards. Could they have gone 30? Let's give them 30. But they were not going 75. They went 75. And that's your 118. This defense figured it out in the second half and dominated. That's why I'm feeling better today than I felt yesterday because of these numbers and what you see on film. If Ponica sees this, but again, if JD is saying that Auburn doesn't value John, then John comes to UK. I also think John stays at Tulane as long as he can because that he has a winning solution there. Willie Fritz set him up real nicely. And that program, Willie set up things where football's never king at Tulane, but people care a little bit more about Tulane. And when the AD went and got John Summerall, it created even more enthusiasm within Tulane. So what he's bringing to Tulane is excitement, carrying on from Fritz. They want him there. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If if JD saying Alabama, the Auburn thing, from what I'm hearing, they're more scared about Auburn. If that's the truth, then they don't see the whole picture. But they are gonna do whatever it takes to try and keep him. I know that's for a fact. They are going to move mountains to keep him. Now, I don't know if the draw is too big to go to SEC, but I'm gonna tell you this: they will move mountains to try and keep him. It's gonna be a tough decision for him to leave because they're gonna throw money at him. I promise you that. That's been said. So that's interesting. JD brought another layer to it that I didn't know. And if Auburn doesn't feel like he's a big enough name, then fuck Auburn. They fucking stupid. They stupid if that's the way they feel. They are dumb as a box of rocks. So because Hugh Freeze, his ROI hasn't been great either. Shit. I mean, you really want to say Gus wasn't great either. So we'll see. If that's the case, then bring John back to UK when Stoops resigns or they retires. All right, party peoples. Damn. I almost made it under 2 hours. I would have shut my ass up. I would have got us under 2 hours, JD, but shit. We over 2 hours. It's after midnight. Damn. Man. Well, we just a hair over midnight. Just a hair. So I appreciate all y'all tuning in. Appreciate the banter. Even you, peanut butter. I appreciate the banter. Thank everyone back in the South. Thank everyone for joining. You know who you are. I appreciate y'all. Y'all come back. I don't know what I'm going to do next week. I might pick a game again. I am going to do the cut-ups of Georgia, Tennessee tomorrow. And next week I might pick a game. And we might be back here. Y'all want to see a game totally broken down? Definitely wouldn't go into detail. Definitely won't have any rants. So the game will flow a lot faster. I might pick a game next week. And we might do a full game breakdown next week. Since we got a bye week. Might do the South Carolina, Missouri game. That might be the one to do. So I appreciate y'all. If y'all want to donate to the Hiles Foundation, you can hit that Cash App, $ LA Bluegrass. I appreciate all y'all. And we're 2-1, baby. I'm out.